quick opening statement on the game. It was a Toledo-Detroit Mercy game. That's what it was today.
It felt like a league game. Toledo's a physical team. We tried to meet their physicality. They're favored to win the MAC. I thought we competed. I thought we played 30 unbelievable minutes. You have to figure out the last 8 or 10 minutes. But if you're at the game, we're in major foul trouble. When you have Mansell and Johnson with 3 fouls, and you have to change your starting lineup, that hurt. But then some other guys did step up. It was unfortunate. Lovejoy, I thought he's playing a pretty good game, and he fouls out with 8 to go. Hindsight 2020, probably shouldn't have rolled the dice at that time, but I thought Toledo had so much momentum. And our margin for error is small. You have to make your free throws. We go 9 for 16. You have to make your layups. I know we missed 4 or 5 layups. And then you have to defend without fouling. And unfortunately, they got to the foul line, and we got to keep them off the foul line.
Coach, you mentioned this. It felt like a league game. You have a young team. Did it feel like big boy ball today? There was a lot of physicality out there.
Yeah, at times. I think the officials could probably get it under control. But, we're not going to back down. Other teams aren't going to back down. You have to pose your will on another team. I thought the first half, that's what it was. No one was going to blink. And the start of the second half, I thought the first 4 minutes, we were right there. We had chances to extend the lead, but those turnovers kind of hurt us. We have 16, they have 8. All that matters.
Any questions for Coach?
Do you think the emotions got to the team at all in the second half from everything that was, that happened in that, pushing and shoving, whatever you want to call it?
I'm not in their bodies, but it's an emotional game. Our guys are trying to play with the chip on their shoulders, but you have to play smart. We talked about that after the Niagara game. Walk away. We get a bench technical, the guy gets his 3rd foul. Then we get a hook and hold when a guy has 2 fouls. Then you have another walk-up situation. And then in the second half, you have to control your emotions. We have a young team, new team, and it's a learning experience for our guys.
Seems like Jared Larry kind of struggled early, but figured it out in the second half. What did you see out of him?
I'd say you have to be aggressive. He came out, he played a little passive. I thought in the second half he was way more aggressive. He was taking the ball to the basket. He was playing off of 2 feet. You have to be aggressive. You can't be timid. And, it's not like it's great coaching. It's, hey, man, you have to be aggressive. You have to assert yourself. Do something on the defensive end and get you going on the offensive end. So there was no, I didn't rub, anything on his knees or his shoulder. I didn't anoint him. I just say play harder and be more aggressive. And I thought in the second half, he played more minutes. And, it came away with 9 points, 3 rebounds, a couple assists. It's a lot better.
Coach, talking about being a young team, TJ had, hit a couple of shots, got to 10 points. Miles Mitchell, made his collegiate debut today, really attacked the rim a few times, offensive rebounds. So, positives for those young players that get better every game.
Yeah, for Miles, man, his first game, because we were thinking about redshirting him, that's off. He's been practicing awfully well. He comes in and gets 2 offensive rebounds, 2 offensive putbacks. It's big. It's something to grow on. TJ not playing great against Niagara. He bounced back. I think every shot he took was a good shot. Fortunately, in the second half, they didn't go as much as the first half, but he came out aggressive. He gave us a spark. We need our bench production. I said early at the press conference, I said, we are 10 to 12 deep. I thought we played 10 or 11 players that definitely their contributions helped.
Rebounding was so in your favor at halftime, and then I think you still led by 4 at the end of the game. Do you see anything specifically in the second half they did better to?
Well, I think their dribble penetration led to some of their offensive rebounds. One of our keys to the game was guard your yard, guard the dribble, keep in front. Because once all of a sudden one guy beats them, another guy's trying to block the shot or wall up, And then that backside rebound, they got a few different times, so that definitely didn't help.
Any more questions for Coach?
Yeah, just one. Looking ahead to Ball State on Wednesday, what are some things that you guys want to continue to build off of going into that game against another MAC team?
Well, I think we can build off our shooting. We shot 47% from three. We can always build off our rebounding. A couple things that we're gonna have to clean up is, the goal was less than 10 turnovers. 16 turnovers, we're gonna go back and look at film. They probably scored, 14, 16 points in transition off our turnovers. We have to be able to score the ball inside. I think our bigs are gonna have to get physical. They're gonna have to find a way to score that ball. When we go there, we're gonna have to control tempo. When we went to Loyola, the second game of the year, when they're on the run, we have to get sides and control tempo. But, Ball State's another opportunity to get better. Another road game, it's like when we have to go to Fort Wayne or Cleveland State. You're gonna test yourself in another gym. Let's see if we put the first 4 minutes together. Then it's gonna take us to the 8th. And then get to the first half. And hopefully down the stretch, we can find a way to win the game.
I think it's easy to forget that a lot of the guys on your roster have just started playing Division I college basketball. I mean, some of these guys are getting their first experiences playing college basketball, whether they were in high school last year or playing community college basketball. How would you assess how some of those guys are acclimating, and how do you manage those expectations for guys like that?
Well, I think different guys are stepping up. The Niagara game, Mac, unbelievable game, 30 points. He just couldn't get in the rhythm. He couldn't get it going. The more game experience you have, the better we're going to be. And come December for league games in January, you could practice all you want, but in the game it's so much faster. Your decisions, your jump to the ball, your physicality. We just got to keep. We got to keep believing. We got to keep being positive. Keep showing them film on different games, and then we're going to get better. I said it before. Come January and February, we're going to be a lot better team than we are in November and December. But what I like is our guys are playing with incredible energy. They're playing with effort. They're diving on balls. They're mixing it up inside. It's just sometimes game experience. Toledo's a veteran team. They played one freshman. I know some of those guys got in late, but when you're 17, 18, like you said, you played in prep school and high school, and we're playing against college guys, it's gonna take some time.